Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are new here. Hello, my name is Ashley, I do nail art, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you these Lake Kingdom inspired nails from the game Super Mario Odyssey. Never did I ever think I would actually be sitting here filming a tutorial based off of a video game, but here we are today. If you're not familiar with video games, Nintendo came out with Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. It's one of my favorite games, not as much as I love Animal Crossing, but I still love it. And the background in Lake Kingdom is what inspired this nail art. If you've been following me for a while, you would know that I always like to start out any nail art with base coat. Base coat is just to help prevent staining, chipping, and to keep the manicure lasting longer. Now, even though I have acrylic nails in this video, that doesn't change the fact that I always apply base coat, whether if I'm working on my real nails or fake nails. Once I let my base coat completely dry, I applied a coat of white nail polish. This is my favorite white nail polish. This is Rika's Whiteout. I always apply a white base to my nails if I'm ever doing a gradient, just because it makes it stand out more for the polishes that I'm going to be applying on top. After applying that white coat of polish, I like to apply a thin layer of liquid latex around my nail. This is just to make cleanup a lot easier for later. I also apply a little underneath, and the reason why I connect it is because it'll prevent the latex from moving when I go in to sponge on the nail polish. The colors that I use for my index finger are Lunar Cravings, Intergalactic Sprinkles, and Candy Mars from Glitter Days. If any of you are curious as to why today's video is so long, is because I actually showed you how to do all of the nails that are in the picture minus the thumb, because I thought it'd be kind of pointless just to do one finger for one video. Once I applied the colors to my sponge, I took my sponge and I actually flipped it, so this way the purple was facing my way. And the reason why I did this is because if you look at the picture that I inserted in the beginning, you'll notice that purple is the first color that starts out, but it kind of cascades into the other colors. You'll see what I mean as the video goes on. For the second finger, which is my middle finger in the picture, you will see that I used Intergalactic Sprinkles, Candy Mars, and Solar Glaze. Now, you'll kind of see a trend as I go on with this tutorial that at least one or two of the colors from the previous nail is going to be used for the next nail. I just kept sponging on the colors until I was happy with the opacity. Moving on to my third finger in the picture, which happens to be my ring finger, I used Candy Mars, Solar Glaze, and Melted Sugar Rays. Here's a really helpful hint if you are doing an ombre or gradient nails with a non-latex sponge. So you're applying the polish to a dry sponge, and you can easily overwork the sponge and the wet polish. What ends up happening is the wet polish mixes with the sponge, and now there's bits and pieces from the actual sponge left onto your nail, and there's nothing you can do to remove it because it's stuck in the polish. What I can suggest is wetting your sponge with some water before applying polish, and it helps lessen your sponge sticking to your nail. For my fourth and final nail, I used Solar Glaze, Melted Sugar Rays, and Cosmic Cake for my pinky nail. Even though I didn't show my thumbnail, to complete my entire hand, I used Melted Sugar Rays, Cosmic Cake, and Lunar Craving, so this way I could make one whole round of a gradient on my hand. And again, I just sponged on the colors until I was happy with the opacity. So if you thought that this is where the video ends, oh no, my friend, you are sadly mistaken. Instead of going with a hollow topper like I was originally planning to do, I wanted to do something different. This is the Aurora Unicorn skin from Holo Taco. If you don't know what Holo Taco is, it is Christine, aka Simply Nailogical's brand. I had purchased these when these first released because I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I figured that I would probably end up using them somewhere down the line. I just didn't know when, and I'm really glad that I bought these because they sure came in handy for this nail art. Honestly, I could have used any of the unicorn skins, but I personally just felt like the Aurora skin fit the best because it was either a toss between of that or the cosmic one, but considering the colors that I had going on my nails, I felt like the Aurora skin fit the best. As for the image that I chose for my nail art, I decided to choose something that I felt was aesthetically fitting for the look that I was going for. The image that I chose was from Caption Nails. It's stamping plate number 33, and I went in with Twinkle Tees, Vibin stamping polish, and I picked it up with a clear jelly stamper. I think it's pretty clear as to why I chose this image from the stamping plate, because I felt like this image just fit perfectly with the theme that I was going for, because it looked like a mermaid's tail. I didn't apply any yellow stopper this time to my stamping to make it stick better, just because I had already applied the unicorn skin previously and that was already a tacky base as it was drying down. Once everything was completely dry, I used a pair of tweezers to remove the liquid latex that I had applied before. For cleanup, I always like to use a small little concealer brush dipped into 100% pure acetone. It just helps make everything look nice and neat. I honestly can't even begin to tell y'all how long I've been using e.l.f. concealer brushes for cleanup. They're super easy to find in a makeup section, and they're very inexpensive, which is good because you don't want something that's going to be very expensive that you're going to have to replace in the long run, because the hairs can't handle being dipped in acetone. The glue is going to eventually loosen up, and the hairs do eventually dry out or fall out. So I always have a few on hand, and it's just really great for getting up in that cuticle area and as well as the side walls. After I clean up my nails, I always like to seal in my nail art with a good thick top coat. Here I'm using Super Chic Lacquer's Bring It On Marvel top coat. I like to get a nice thick bead onto that brush, making sure that I am floating that brush over my entire nail and as well as capping my free edge. Before you go and click off this video, I just wanted to say a huge thank you. We have managed to hit over 600 subscribers, and when I say we, I mean you guys, the ones that watch me and the ones that choose to support me, and for that, I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you for just letting me be who I truly am, and for giving me the opportunity and the platform to show you what I can really do, and for giving me an outlet for my creativity. That is it for the end of this video. I thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful at all, you like what you see, you like what you saw, share it with a friend, drop a like, comment down below, let me know what you thought, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and until then, I will see you in my next video.